The year is 2100. Gotham City, New York, a sprawling metropolis of neon, hums with the silent whir of automation. The once bustling streets are now meticulously managed by AI-driven traffic systems, and the towering skyscrapers gleam with the unblinking eyes of surveillance drones. Yet beneath this veneer of technological marvel, a quiet despair festers. Unemployment has become a rampant scourge, as AI robots, working tirelessly and without cost, have rendered human labor largely obsolete. Corporations, eager to maximize profits, have embraced these tireless machines, leaving a growing population adrift in a sea of technological advancement. Among the myriad advancements, a miniature gadget no larger than a thimble has revolutionized communication and entertainment. It allows users to converse through thoughts alone, experiencing conversations as vividly as if they were speaking aloud. News, entertainment, and social media feeds are streamed directly into the mind, visible only to the user. This ubiquitous device, a marvel of bio-gadget industries, has woven itself into the fabric of daily life, yet it has also become a conduit for the anxieties of a displaced workforce. Out of this technological turmoil, a clandestine organization of unemployed people known as KitKat has emerged. Composed of disgruntled former employees and technological Luddites, they search to dismantle the very systems that have marginalized them. Their methods are increasingly illicit, ranging from covert hacks into AI robotic systems to manipulating their code, causing widespread malfunction. Gotham, once a beacon of progress, has descended into chaos. Factories and companies churn out infected food, autonomous vehicles crash due to sabotaged internet networks and distorted news filters through the mental implants, sowing discord and paranoia. The once trusted mental communication devices now transmit disturbing, fabricated messages, driving ordinary citizens to the brink of insanity. In the eye of this storm stands David, the visionary CEO of Yo-Yo, a company that bucks the trend of automation. His company is the asylum for human ingenuity, employing more people than AI robots. David, an outstanding entrepreneur and scientist, believes in the rare creativity of the individual mind. He is on the ledge of a breakthrough. Nanotech drugs, designed to alleviate mental illnesses and, crucially, to shield the mind from malicious hacker attacks. He plans to leverage this crisis to support human intention and challenge the wild spread of AI. With allies in the Senate who share his anxiety, he believes in the power of dialogue and public discourse to navigate this dangerous era and conflicts in society. Stoic thought, the greatest power we have is the power over our own minds. We do not control the external events that happen to us, but we do control how we choose to react to them. When we feel overwhelmed by the misfortunes of others, we must remember that our duty is not to dwell on the invariable past, but to act with virtue in the present. The only thing that truly belongs to us is our inner peace, and no outside force can take it away without our agreement. The news feeds, delivered directly to the minds of Gotham's citizens, paint a grim picture. David, seated in his minimalist office overlooking a perpetually rain-slicked cityscape, watches the mental projections of shattered autonomous vehicles and lush crowds. The air, usually fog with the low hum of AI-driven infrastructure, is now punctuated by the distant wail of sirens. His head of R&D, Elon Thorne, a person with a sharp mind and even sharper wit, enters, his mental presence a familiar comfort. Another factory malfunction, David, Elon projects, his thoughts laced with trouble. Bio-gadget Industries is claiming it was a localized deleterious burst, but the KitKat signature is all over it. altered code, not external interference. David nods, his gaze fixed on a mental image of a distraught family whose food replicator had served them a toxic mixture. They're getting courageous. The public's trust in technology is eroding faster. Which is exactly what KitKat wants, Elon replies. They're exploiting the fear, the unemployment, the sense of alienation. And they're succeeding, David states, a steely resolve hardening his determination. But this chaos also presents an opportunity, a chance to show that human ingenuity, human compassion, can still prevail. In the midst of this chaos, David's resolve isn't just stubbornness, it's a reflection of Stoic philosophy. The Stoics believed that while we can't control external events, like a factory malfunction or the fear KitKat is exploiting, we can control our response to them. This is the core of their teachings, focusing on what is within our power. Like as Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher emperor, found strength during times of disaster and war, David is finding an opportunity in the very chaos that threatens to overwhelm the city. His focus isn't on the shattered vehicles or the toxic mixtures, but on the ingenuity and compassion that can be a lighthouse in the storm. This is the Stoic ideal. To stay calm and resolute in the face of adversity, using reason to guide one's actions and find aim even in the most difficult circumstances. David's long-standing friendship with Senator Orville Peter proves invaluable. A progressive voice in the New York Senate, Orville shares David's fear about the unbridled rise of AI. He orchestrates a public forum, a debate on the future of AI and human labor, inviting David to be main speaker. The event is broadcast through the mental devices, reaching every corner of Gotham City. David's arguments are passionate and articulate. He speaks of the inherent value of human creativity, the indispensable burst of innovation that AI, for all its efficiency, can never truly replicate. He represents the early, promising results of his nanotech mental health drugs, showcasing their potential not only to heal, but to fortify the human mind against malicious digital intrusions. He subtly criticizes the widespread layoffs, arguing that a society that values convenience over human dignity is a society on the brink of collapse. His words resonate with a public desperate for answers. However, representatives from gadget industries, wielding statistics on leading production costs and soaring efficiency thanks to AI, counter his every point. They emphasize the undoubted comfort and affordability that AI-driven services have brought to daily life. The debate is fierce, polarizing, and far from conclusive. Yet David's message plants a seed of doubt in the minds of many. Do not confuse the clamor of others with the truth. To stand firm in your convictions, you must first know what you truly value. A man's true wealth is not in his possessions or in the approval of the crowd, but in his character. When you speak from a position of reason and integrity, you cannot be truly defeated, no matter what others may say or think. The work itself is the reward. Despite the public debate, KitKat's attacks intensify. The mental communication network becomes a battleground. Fake news proliferates, indistinguishable from genuine reports, and personal thoughts are intercepted and twisted, creating psychological warfare on an unprecedented scale. David's nanotech project, now widely publicized, becomes a prime target KitKat. One evening, as David reviews sensitive data on his mental device, a sudden hit of static floods his mind. He feels a cold, invasive presence attempting to breach his mental firewall. Years of strong mental training, combined with early prototypes of his mind-shielding nanodrugs, allow him to resist the intrusion. He immediately contacts Elon, who traces the attack to a highly encrypted KitKat server. They're not just targeting infrastructure anymore, David, Elon projects, his voice tight with urgency. They're going after individual minds. They want to discredit you, to shut down Yo-Yo. David knows this is a turning point. He can no longer rely exclusively on public debate. He needs to speed up the development of his mind-shielding drugs and deploy them. The obstacle is the way. Every challenge we face is an opportunity to practice virtue. When a human seeks to harm you, remember that their actions reveal their own character, not yours. Your responsibility is to respond with temperance and courage, for it is in these moments of trial that our true nature is revealed. Do not fear those who can harm your reputation. Fear those who would tempt you to compromise your principles. The constant stream of manipulated information and the growing mental distress among citizens forces the hand of even the most ardent AI supporters. The government, pressured by a restless population, begins to review its stance on unbridled automation. Even bio-gadget industries, realizing that a completely destabilized society is bad for business, begins to tentatively reach out to Yo-Yo. Bio-gadget industries, with its vast resources and network infrastructure, offers to help Yo-Yo distribute the nanotech drugs, even if it means acknowledging the limitations of their own technology. David, ever the pragmatist, accepts their offer, understanding that an effective solution demands collaboration, even with those who hold differing ideologies. To be truly wise is to recognize that we cannot accomplish great things alone. A man who insists on doing everything by himself is a fool. We must be willing to cooperate with others, even those we do not always agree with, for the sake of a greater good. True strength lies not in stubborn independence, but in the humility to seek help and the wisdom to accept it. The deployment of Yo-Yo's nanotech mental health and mind-shielding drugs begins. Administered through an ordinary, painless injection, the drugs gradually restore mental clarity and create an impenetrable defense against KitKat's digital hacker attacks. The regular barrage of fake news and malicious thoughts begins to recede. People, once driven to paranoia, find solace and peace. The effect is not instant, but it is profound. As more and more citizens are protected, KitKat's influence fails. Their attacks, once devastating, become easily detectable and quickly neutralized. The organization, its power reduced, retreats into the shadows, its members facing public condemnation and legal aftermath. The crisis forces a societal re-evaluation. While AI robots continue to play a vital role in Gotham's infrastructure, a new balance emerges. Companies, inspired by Yo-Yo's model, begin to integrate human workers alongside their AI counterparts, valuing human creativity and problem-solving skills. New fields emerge, based on the ethical development and supervision of AI and on gear human potential in compound with advanced technology. David, once a lone voice, becomes a symbol of this new era. His dedication to human welfare and his belief in the power of conversation over confrontation has not only saved Gotham City from itself, but has also paved the way for a more balanced future. A future where technology serves humanity rather than dominating it. The echoes of silence are replaced by the hum of collaboration, and Gotham City once again begins to develop, not just with technological advancement, but with renewed citizen spirit and creativity. We cannot change the past, but we can learn from it. Do not lament the way things were, but instead look to the present and act with aim. A prosperous society is not built on a foundation of revenge, but on a commitment to reason and cooperation. True progress is the enduring effort to build a better future, one virtuous choice at a time.